Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Last week.
On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. He'll return it from the 6. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals take possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his first pass is incomplete. First try for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. Here's Ryan Allen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. They'll look to set up his blockers. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And we can say hello to the new NFL rushing king as he has just passed Emmitt Smith's mark of over 18,000 yards. What a privilege to witness this here.
Oh, Brandon, this is terrific. We're here. We get to see it live. We get to call it and see a new king emerge. A fantastic day, a tip of the cap, and congratulations.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is fielded at the 27. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 64 yards. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit. Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been terrific so far. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And back out onto the field comes the Packers defense. Last drive, touchdown surrendered. Here, see if they can stop it.
It's always a constant battle of letting the last series go, good or bad, but especially bad. Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go back out and play the defense you know you're capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always. They're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come out in the pistol.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. That's strong running. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
And when you're trying to set up a counter play, it's what a lot of people call an influence play. You're really hoping those defensive linemen are really agile that day. If they stayed out late the night before the game, they're not moving as fast, it's a lousy call because that means they're just going to sit in the hole that you hope to create just by the movement of your offensive line.
And there they got the ball to the outer third of the field, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, things get stacked up in there if they don't move as well as you want them to, and probably just trying to escape and couldn't get away.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And they'll go on the ground. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Here we go. 3-19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to maneuver. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And now they're in the hurry up.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could...
And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Ryan Allen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, and en route, going into a little bit of traffic, maybe in the back of his mind he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Packers are on the bad end of things right now after 2 quarters. The Bengals just need to do more of the same as they're continuing to play well after last week's win.
And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. We focus our attention on the Green Bay defense as they head out. They are down on the scoreboard as we begin the second half and looking to avoid a bigger deficit.
And I could just hear the coaches now. I can hear the head coach. Guys, first 5 minutes, first series of the second half, offense or defense, you've got to set the tone.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Bengals add on to their lead. He keeps... So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
All right, here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense had got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They come out here in the eye, and they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Detroit.
Now back to throw. Finding time. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. And he's got room. The 30. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They come out here in the eye. So now it's 1st and goal. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. Taking it in. And that rushing touchdown is 4th. Puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
Yep.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 44 yards. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report...
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Pulled in at the 24. Shrugs the tackle. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bengals getting set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Give them 18 on that one. And that'll be good enough for a Cincinnati first.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green, 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Shreds the tackle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. And to give this time to the tailback. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their...
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Blue 90. All right, here we go. Leopard. Now let's go. Green 39. Green.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Muscles him off. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Here we go now. 3-19.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.
4 down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got time in the pocket. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they dropped their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.